Alright, what's up everybody? This video we're checking out every new buffed or reworked unit with the Demon Slayer update in Anime Last Stand, update 68. Just a heads up, we do not have the new Godly Soul for Escanor, because I'm pretty sure it might be unobtainable and bugged right now. All the people I know who've been grinding the event non-stop have not gotten anything, and you know, I really took time to get this video out and make sure that we could like give Pride a chance to drop, but I'm pretty sure Pride Soul is not obtainable right now, so I'm sorry for not showing it off now. We might drop it later in like a YouTube short or something. I don't even know. But right now we're going to check out the Tengen Divine Boost, the Rengoku Divine Boost. Liability has both of them, so thank you Liability for showcasing. Starting off with Tengen, 1k to place down, this is the Infernal boosted form. We have a musical bar above him, and we'll kind of dive into the passives in a bit. I'm going to go ahead and like pick out the upgrades first, because I don't want Liability falling asleep on me. This is being recorded pretty late, you know, because the update dropped at such a weird time, but we got the next attack at upgrade 4 here. Becomes a line AoE, pretty good damage so far, I think. For only 80k we put into him. Next upgrade, next attack at upgrade 9, full AoE. And huge range as well. Pretty big range for full AoE. Doing really good damage. Next upgrade he gains the musical score ability, upgrade 10. And yeah, his damage is pretty good, I would say. I think, depending on the passes, it could be really strong. Now, first up, the ability. Requires 50 total music stacks upon activation. Permanently immune to all stun / debuffs. Permanently unlock weakened on attack. And Roar now applies 3 effects instead of 1. Plus 35% damage, 30% range, and 10% SPA. What is the damage looking like with the ability active? Check that out. Okay, he gains weakened, 893 mil every 5. Pretty good damage, I think, for his range and being full AoE. Actually really good. Check out the passives here. Music. For every 5 seconds enemy stays in range, gain 1 music stack with a cap of 10. For each music stack, reduce the attack requirement of Roar by 1, minimum of 2 attacks. For every 5 music stacks gained, apply stun and expose enemies in range, which are pretty good debuffs there. Good for stalling and good for making enemies take more damage. For the Roar, every 10 attacks apply 1 of the following to the target, either Detonation, Bolt, Blaze, or Electrified. I think with the ability, it apparently becomes 3 instead of 1. Which is really strong actually, because yeah, very high damage increase from those. And finally, musical performance here every 50 seconds, which is a countdown above his head. The damage equal to 100% times total music stacks. Apply hemorrhage based on the same multiplier, and set his music stacks down to 0. You can see that happening, I think. Timer kicks in, and yep, down to 0. You can see that kicking in, so pretty strong. I think he's like actually a pretty good full AoE unit. I don't think he's groundbreaking by any means. I mean, for about 1 mil, he's doing pretty alright damage for full AoE. But that was with Glitch and Glories and no skill tree, so with skill tree could be better. Thank you again, Liability. Moving on to Rengoku. Flame Breather Demonic. We have the Divine Boost, Infernal Boost for this guy as well. Bless everything. Glitch Glories, once again, no skill tree. Thank you again, Liability. Max level. He is a placement cost of 650. He has hybrid on placement, circular AoE. We do have a skin on him that makes him kind of look like a, I don't even know who this is, but some pink-haired anime woman. I have the attack effects off as well because they're very loud, and you've probably already seen them before. They're the same as the before Divine Boost form, you know, old Rengoku. On placement, he is doing 665k every 4.22 seconds with the burn effect. Not too bad. Pretty alright damage, I guess. And then the passives here, Vicious Presence. We have upon entering range, apply pressure and sunburn, scaling off current damage once, so just 1 time. You can see that kicking in. We check whether entering his range. We can see that, yep, sunburn and pressure on there, looks like. Pretty nice there. Enemies take plus 5% crit damage and their walk speed is increased by 5% while in range. So they actually walk faster, which will pair well with the unit we'll talk about later. If you're not using this with Akaza, I'll go ahead and drop, this is Akaza benefit. If you're not using it with Akaza, he's gonna kind of be nerfing you by making them walk faster, so that's unfortunate. But Demon Art Cauterization. A bleed type dot is on the enemy. Flame Breather Demonic follows up every tick with 10% of current damage. You have like bleed, rupture, mutilate. He's gonna do 10% of his damage every tick of that bleed. Really nice actually. Good damage over time from that. And then Flame Pillar. Burn inflicted by Flame Breather Demonic deals 7.2 times damage. Wow, okay, so his placement damage is actually really good. I thought he had the normal burn, but 7.2 times is actually really strong. Every burn type dot on the enemy deal plus 10% more dot damage with a cap of 30%. Okay. So far pretty good. For the cheap placement cost, he's actually doing good damage. Next attack is Breath of the Fallen, upgrade 4. Is remaining a circular AoE. Next attack is Last Style Rengoku. Still a circular AoE. Next upgrade He gains an ability, Demon Art, Cataclysmic Eruption, upgrade 9. Ability is going to be upon activation for the next minute. Set crit chance to 50%, cannot be buffed or nerfed. Set crit damage to 0%, and after a minute, deal crit accumulated times current damage times 3. Okay, this could be really strong, applies Black Flame off that damage as well, only a 100-second cooldown. So he's going to cap it at 50% crit, and he's going to not do extra crit damage, I think, but he'll do like more damage and then apply Black Flame. Let's actually check that out right now. What does that look like on him here? You can see the crit rate here, 50%, and no crit damage stat. You should apply Black Flame when that ends right now, after a minute, so right about here. There we go, Black Flame on those guys, yep, so it does work, okay. By the way, it doesn't look like these had any animations so far, Tengen or Rengoku. But next upgrades, upgrade 13 is the next attack, or sorry, next ability, not next attack. So maxed out, he is doing 582 every 11.2. Burn, which is of course doing like 7.2 times instead of the normal burn amount. We do have the Cataclysmic Eruption on auto. We'll be messing with his crit stats there, but that's all. Final cost of like 1.3 mil. I mean, he's doing okay. He's not that great so far. But final ability, Demon Burst Roaring Tiger for the next 150 seconds. Lose 35% damage and 50% SPA. Flame Pillar Burn now deals 3.6 times damage, which is nerfing him actually. And then every hit applies 2 random burn DOTs, so it could be a Black Flame, could be like something garbage, something worse like Sunburn. Disable Vicious Presence and Demon Art Cauterization, and increase the size of Flame Breather Demonic's model. So he's going to really nerf himself, disabling these top 2 passives and cutting the damage of his burn in half. And he's going to get a big model. Check that out right here. I'm actually kind of intrigued what the big model looks like. A little bit larger, I think. It's almost as tall as me. I don't know. Couldn't really tell there. Wasn't too huge of an increase, but yeah, he nerfs himself. He attacks faster, applies different burn DOTs apparently. If we check that out on him, what is he doing? Yeah, Blue Flame's on there. Solar Flame was on there. Yeah, he applies different random dots. You can see that kicking in. I mean, overall, I think that is like a damage increase, but very strange. I don't know, he kind of nerfs himself and buffs himself at the same time. That was Rengoku. Thank you again, Liability. Interesting design, but overall, doesn't seem too great, besides his placement damage. Finally, we're checking out a shiny Dio with the soul that they added as a kind of rework or buff to him. So Godly Soul with Dio here. Thank you to my claimant Liability for showcasing this one. Level 85, triple S everything. I believe the maxed out crit skill tree. And then Eclipse Glorious here. He's doing 7.21 mil or 3.94 seconds, Cone AoE. Pretty good damage increase there. I'm pretty sure he should do a lot less. For 850 placement cost is actually really good. I don't think he got any new passives from it. They were kind of listed with the soul, not in his like actual unit info menu. I guess we can kind of ignore his passive menu here. And just go straight for the upgrades and check out what he's doing. Heavenly Barrage on upgrade 4. It becomes a blind AoE, 144 mil over 5.63. So we've seen these attacks before. Divine Flurry, Circle AoE upgrade, 8 here. Really good damage already. Reality Override, okay, Road Roller. Same abilities it always has been. Then Pillar of Heaven, full AoE, maxed out, he gains the ability over Heaven Special as well. He is doing 1.61 mil every 7.32 seconds, actually really good. And then of course what the soul actually does, I threw a screenshot on the screen, but pretty substantial buff to him. I would say Dio's actually really good now, especially, in my opinion, he always was good. I feel like people definitely undervalue how good his SPA reduction is. It's kind of one of a kind. He's like the only unit with that much SPA reduction. Overall, really strong unit. I think this could be, personally, probably my number 2 Godly. I'd use him with Johnny. In my opinion, he's going to be probably the second best in the game for his support potential. But, I don't know. We'll have to do more testing with him. I think he's really good. Thank you again, Liability, for showcasing. I think this buff is really great. I think all the buff units were actually pretty strong this time around. Anyways, sorry I got this video out late. I was trying to wait until we got Pride, but Pride ended up being fake. So, you know, showcases are going to be kind of late now, as we're kind of on a wild goose chase for a unit that wasn't obtainable yet. But anyways, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Were the units good? I think these buffed ones are good. Anyways, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one. Have a great day.